All right, it is week 12 of the CTC Cup Series, week 2 of the chase. We are live here at Homestead, Miami Speedway. 14 drivers getting ready to set the grid right now. Qualifying just getting underway as we speak. And it's a nice 78-degree afternoon here in Homestead. Mile and a half, well known, used to be NASCAR's championship race. A lot of people's favorites. So, on your screen, Quinn Newton going out for his qualifying lap, exiting pit road. And I am so excited for this race. Homestead's one of my favorites, and you know, with this package, the 550 horsepower, you know, high downforce, should be a lot of pack racing, and it's going to be tough for these guys to get away from each other, so I don't think the action is really going to stop. It's not going to be like last week in Indianapolis, very strung out, and it's going to be very close together. Dirty air is going to be playing a factor for sure. Down into turn 3, finish up his first lap. And we'll go to the top of the board. First time on the board, 33.16. He's ripping the top lane in 1 and 2. Heard a lot of drivers in practice saying they liked how the top felt, at least in turns 1 and 2. Maybe the bottom a little bit better in turns 3 and 4, but overall, top side is going to be an option for these guys tonight. Crossing the line to finish his qualifying run. See if he can improve on his first lap. He will a 33.04, but he's quickly jumped by Trenton Sneed. He puts down a 32.92. Trenton a little tight in the center of the corner right there. If he can improve on his first lap, he will 32.80 for Trenton. Jay Dairyman able to put it second on the board, 32.94. Bucky Carleck fourth with 33.12. Mike Christopher on track. He finishes his first lap. He'll put it at 32.94 as well, right behind Shea Dairyman. Makes his way turn 4. See if he can best Trenton Sneed and get the pole. Just behind 32.81. Very close, but he's going to put it second for now. Cliff Mullins and his laps. He's also running that top line. That race 22 Chevy Camaro rounds its way, running the middle in turns 3 and 4. He'll go 7th on the board. Same as last week. Blake Giglio takes the pole, 32.65. One guy we have not seen go out for a lap yet, Harry Grindell. Yeah, as I was saying, you know, same as last week, chase drivers highlighted in white on the tower, and those are the guys you're going to be looking at for the playoffs. I'm going to try not to leave the playoff standings up for 5 minutes like I did last week, but I will show everybody a quick glimpse at that. Right there you can see Cliff Mullins was able to take the championship lead. He finished the highest amongst the playoff drivers last week at Indianapolis after the feud between the leaders. And Trenton Sneed sitting right there in second. Harry was able to take home third still. But Blake Giglio, he's got a long way to go if he wants to get back to that lead. Back there, he missed last week because he was in Daytona. And so, you know, it's still a very close battle for all of them. Still totally possible. Hayden Lowell missing tonight again. I think that's going to end his chase run, unfortunately. Unless he can, I don't know, come back the last 2 weeks and have some really good runs. But unfortunate for Hayden, just couldn't make it. But he had a good regular season, so you got to give him that. And these drivers heading out on the grid now. So, grid for tonight, Blake Giglio getting first pole of the chase. I think he's already gotten a pole this season, so definitely not his first of the season, but that's a good start to his climb back to the top in the chase standings. And he'll start first, running that 32.65. But on his outside, Trenton Sneed sitting third in the chase right now. He's going to be starting in a good spot, be able to keep that spot and maybe gain some positions on those other guys. Mike Christopher going to start third, also sitting pretty good in the points. Shea Derryman fourth. Quinn Newton will start fifth. Quinn pretty fast in practice, going to be looking for him tonight. He's going to be definitely a player up toward the front. Cliff Mullins starts sixth with Nesquik Racing. Lucky Karlek in seventh. Jake Pickerel in eighth. Daniel Llewellyn starts in ninth. Shane Wielden in 10th. Jonathan Ledger will start 12th. Harry Grindell, who I think started on the pole last week, he elects to not qualify. He'll start 12th right now. Behind them on the final row, Zach Swicegood will start 13th. Zach going to be receiving a one-lap black flag at the start of this race for incidents last week. So starting 13th, he's going to have to dip down pit road on the drop of the green. And Dave Hoytsma starting 14th. Alright, so drivers heading through turns 3 and 4. Pace car going to dip down to pit road. Restart is on the flag holder. There it is, green flag. Three wide already toward the back. Looks like Karlek dipping out of line there. Side by side for the lead into turn 2. Side by side for third place as well. They'll single file out in the front. Looking, we are running the bottom in 3 and 4. Michael Christopher all the way to the top. The Zach Swicegood not dipping down for that black flag yet. Back up to the lead, Blake Giglio down to a half a second. I apologize for this. I'm still here, nothing happened to the stream. Alright. Apologies for that, but we are back. Blake Giglio still out front. Mike Christopher moves up to second. Mike Christopher's making a good run for that lead. Definitely not saving the tires right now. Gripping on that wall. He seems pretty confident in the high line in practice, so it's definitely going to see him up there all race, I think. See if Blake Giglio will try to defend that top lane at some point. Right now he's just sticking to the bottom. Trent Sneed able to make the move on Michael Christopher and go up to second place. Blake Giglio still able to hold on to that lead, but definitely not able to pull away. Top four, Harry Grindell, who started almost in the back, I think 12th place. He's already up to third. Made a great run through the field, up 9 positions from where he started. He might be going for the lead here soon. Top four remaining the same order right now. Trent able to get past Harry Grindell. He'll go up to second place. I think Trent was just sitting back, maybe saving his tires a little bit. See if he can make a move on Blake. Surprised nobody's made a bigger move on Giglio to try to get by him yet. Here goes Trent Sneed down to the bottom. Just can't stick it. I think the dirty air is really making him struggle. All these guys. Back side by side, the two Nesquik teammates, Trent Sneed, Harry Grindell. That allows Mike Christopher to join the party again. They could give Trent a shove down the front straightaway. And as these guys battle it out, that's allowing Blake Giglio to pull a bit of a gap in front. still a heated battle for second place. Still side by side. Harry Grindell will finally clear the 81. And that'll allow the 22 to make a move on the 81 as well. On the backstretch now side by side for third place. Behind them, Quinn Newton sitting in fifth. Right where he started. Only 2 seconds behind the leaders, but I think he's well out of that draft, so probably going to need a caution at some point if he wants to catch those leaders and make a move. Oh! Trenton Seed getting a loose off the corner, makes contact with the 22, and I think that's a little bit of front end damage. Yeah, it looks like a little right front damage for the 22 car. So that might slow him down just a little bit, but could be worse. So, beyond the lead, back for 5th place, Cliff Mullins looking like he's going to try to make a move on the 88. Heated chase battle up in the top 6. Big Aaron also in a battle with the 7 car. Very close to the wall, he'll make a little bit of contact. That'll allow the 7 car to clear down the front straightaway. Dave Hoisman sitting in 9th place, Shane Milden rounding out our top 10. Jonathan Ledger in 11th right now. Zach Spice good. 1 lap down after having to take that penalty. Harry Grindell right on the rear bumper of Blake Giglio. Might be trying to make a move for the lead soon. Blake, I think, has led every lap so far. But it doesn't mean he's been uncontested. They've been right there the whole run. Top 3 now breaking away. I think 22, that right front damage falling off a little bit. Like the battle for 11th. Lucky making the move on the 28. Crossing for lap 20. No incidents yet. Pretty clean race so far. It is a pretty wide racetrack. 1.5 miles. It's only 14 cars on track. Probably going to be a pretty clean night. But only 71 laps to go here. Newton getting very close to that wall. Cliff Mullins trying his hardest to get by that 88 car. But when that car is in front of you is running that top lane, it's tough to get by him. Not much happening right now. Oh, I take that back. Side by side for the lead. Harry Grindell tried to make the move on Blake Giglio. Not able to do it. Big Pickerel making the move to the bottom in the 37. That is for 6th. That is your points leader going into the night, Cliff Mullins. Look back to the battle for the lead. Still Blake Giglio first, Harry Grindell second, and Trenton Sneed in third. These three guys have been back to back for this entire 25 lap run. Blake Giglio moving up to the top now. We've seen him running the bottom the entire run, and I think moving to the top in 1 and 2 to try to defend that position. As I said before, very tough to pass somebody when they're running the top lane. Just how Homestead is, no matter what car you got. You're gonna just have to throw a slide job at some point. Blake Giglio with a blink. Okay, he's back. That was a close one. Like maybe a blink for me. I don't know. Either way, we're still here. Everybody's still on track and didn't lose anybody, except for it looks like Daniel Llewellyn had to park it for the night, maybe some issues. Not much to talk about right now. These guys, not much happening, but I mean there's some close racing going on, but it's just so tough to pass for him. Looks like Cliff Mullins was able to get back around the 7 car. So I think this is a good time to do a crank it up. Let's go for that and enjoy. Alrighty, well, hope you enjoyed that. Crank it up. Top three still remaining unchanged. Looks like side by side for 6th place. Jake Pickerel able to get back into 6th. Quinn Newton's still holding down that top 5, man. It is very hard to pass. I think our top 5 has remained the same the entire run, other than the first 5 laps. So obviously Harry Grindell last week had an outstanding run, had a probably 4 or 5 second lead toward the end of that race, and pulled a bit of a pit strategy. He split the race in half, and some guys elected to not take tires, not take fuel, and run it to the end and save it. The 28 is loose in front of the leader, sideways down the backstretch. He slides down to the inside wall. I don't think that'll bring out a caution. And it will not. We stay green. I thought for sure that would slow Blake Giglio up and give Harry an opening, but Blake able to keep the speed in the car and keep the lead. The 28 able to get it back rolling again. That was something. Zach White's good, taking it on pit road. It's just before halfway in this race, so maybe gonna take a quick repair and some tires and try to split it in half. I know there was some buzz about some drivers maybe trying a 2-stop race I think they can go about 60 laps on fuel. They're going to have to pit at least once, but maybe with the tire fall off, a 2-stop strategy would be viable. But I think it's a little too late to try the 2-stop. I think a lot of them are going for the split it in half strategy. And it'll be interesting. We'll probably see these leaders come down pit road in about 5 or 6 laps. And with how tough it is to pass, I wouldn't be surprised to see one of them try the short pit and try to get that track position. Trent and Snead, I think he'd be the best option to do that, or Harry. They could both really benefit from a 1-lap short pit on Blake Giglio. Blake may be leading, but he's in a very vulnerable spot. He doesn't know when these guys are going to come down, and if they come in just a lap before him and he can't tell, that's going to open the door for a short pit. They're going to get that track position, and there will be a 1-lap difference on tires, but it's dirty air might overcome that difference. And there's Shane Wheeldon and Shea Dairyman coming down pit road, both with a little front end damage. Willie coming back out on track. Shea Dairyman as well. Dairyman looks like he took a quick repair, but the 19 did not, trying to save it for the end, I'm guessing. Oh, 78 looks like he came out around the leaders and maybe slowed Blake Giglio up a little bit. Next place good as well on those new tires. These guys getting their laps back, they're going to cause some issues for the leaders right now. Oh, 47 to go, lap 44. Approaching halfway in the race. And I look to see the 70 or the 81 take it down pit road soon. And the 81, both on the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, look, I thought they were going to come down pit road that time. So I'm just trying to on the bottom, maybe get those tires. Cliff Mullins taking it on pit road. Mike Christopher also taking it on pit road. Looks like Mike Christopher a lap later than Cliff. Cliff Mullins down and away. There's Mike Christopher. You see Blake Giglio there, still in the lead. 81 making the move on the 70, going to take over second place. Here we go, moves back to third. Once again, we are now past halfway, 44 laps to go in this race. I still don't see anybody heading down pit road and toward the lead. Dave Hoytsman now coming down. All three of these guys running the bottom lane now. There comes the 70 to pit road. There's the short pit I was talking about. He's going to come in earlier than those front two. He's going to try to jump them in track position. But Blake Giglio and Trent Snead. From that top 3 pack, those two staying out right now. Dick Pickerel pits from 4th. Then I'll move Quinn Newton up to 3rd place. Blake Giglio coming down pit road along with Trent and Sneed, so pit stop's well underway now. Those two leaders getting the memo, they need to come down before Harry can pull too much of a lead. And that'll put Quinn Newton in the lead. He doesn't come down pit road yet. But Quinn very slow that lap. Cliff Mullins getting by him. Cliff Mullins getting his lap back. Those two taking 4 tires as expected. Down and away. 28 is going to be in front of them on the pit exit. If that complicates things at all. Side by side on the exit of the pits. They made it work. So Quinn Newton's still your leader. Maybe gonna stay out until his tank is empty. Try to luck out and get a caution. The longer he stays out, the farther those guys are gonna pull away. Carlec also staying out. He's in 2nd place right now. Harry Grindell, the first of the guys that pit. Just that small short pit, he was able to pull a little over 4 seconds on Blake Giglio and Trenton Sneed. So the tire fall off probably about 3 seconds from the start of the run to the end. But Blake Giglio and Trenton both still have 40 laps to run down that 70 with those newer tires. Oh, we got a car stopped in the backstretch. Not sure who that was. Quinn Newton taking it down pit road now. I think it was Zach Weisgood who spun on the back, unfortunately. Quinn Newton making his pit stop. Got those laps led, got the extra 5 points, and now he'll take it down. Second stop for Newton. It'll be 4 tires and fuel. He's coming out of pit road now, well behind where he was when everybody pit. He's got a lot of time to make up. About 4 seconds from going a lap down, almost, so. Tough road ahead for him. Harry Grindell able to retake that lead. Blake Giglio 3.5 seconds behind him. Trenton Sneed, not sure if he's saving tires or what, but that's a bit of a gap to Blake Giglio now. Put my Larry Mack thinking cap on here. I'm going to take a look back at the trends for Homestead in the CTC Cup Series. We've only had one race here previously. It was in, I think, Season 2 series. And Cliff Mullins was actually the highest finisher of the people in this race. That race had 4 cautions. And it ended in a green-white checker. So I think a bit of a different race here tonight. 34 laps to go, we still have yet to have a caution. Blake Giglio already with 4 wins this season. Harry Grindell has 2. Blake came into the chase as the regular season champion, took the points lead, and then quickly lost it after missing week 1 of the chase last week in Indianapolis. If Harry Grindell can pull off this win, hold on to that lead until the checkered flag, that'll put him well into the lead. But don't count on Trenton Sneed, sitting there second in points. He's able to finish second or third. I think he'll be sitting really good. Especially if he finishes in front of Cliff Mullins, he'll be able to pass Cliff and probably be able to keep second place. Obviously, this is not a playoff format. This is more similar to the early 2000s NASCAR chase format, and all 4 of these races matter. Whoever has the most points at the end of them, that will be the champion. Doesn't matter where you finish in that last race, just remember it matters how much points you got coming in, and you're able to hold on to that lead at the end of it. Caution is out. Jonathan Ledger bringing it out. We'll see what happened there. Alright, you see what's going on right there. We're right on board with the 28. And into turn 3, blinked out for a second, but he missed the corner just a little bit. Rear end stepping out. He's Tokyo drifting it all the way around the corner, and finally, car lets go on him. Snaps back up the track, and there's first caution of the night. And that's gonna completely change this race for these leaders and everybody. These guys have 3 sets of tires in the pit, so they're no doubt coming down, getting their second set. They ran roughly 13 laps since they came down last time. But I think that's going to be enough for everybody to come down. Clean stops for everyone. Right sides go up. Giglio with that first pit stall, it's really going to help him on the exit here. Oh, almost beats the 70, but Harry Grindell able to keep that lead coming off the pit road. Giglio able to keep second. Trent Sneed in third. Mike Christopher going to come out in fourth. With Mullins in fifth. It's like no 2-tire strategies for any of these guys. All 4 tires in fuel. After our first caution of the night, in lap 61. That will leave, I think, 11 cars on track. 28 going to be taking it to the hauler. 19 takes his quick repair. So we're going to be taking the 1 to green signal when we come by this time. Taking the green flag, get this race back restarted this time. Harry Grindell gonna lead us to the stripe this time around. Like to be on his outside, I'm sure eager to get that lead back. Led most of this race. Came down to a pit stop strategy, having lost the lead. Don't know if he's thankful or angry that that caution came out, but either way, he's gonna have to fight back for it. There's the green flag. A good jump for Grindell. A good run for turn 2. Very loose off of 2. And the 78 looks like sideways down the backstretch. Caution number 2 of the night. So those trends starting to look a little more plausible. 26 laps to go right now. 78 goes around, brings the caution out. Take a look back at what happened. Oh, coming out of turn 2. It's like just a little loose off the corner. Tried to correct it and overcorrected up into the outside wall. Heavy right front damage for that 78 car. One more time, we're right on board with the 78. Yeah, I'm just guessing cold tires had a big factor in this. It'll be interesting to see what these leaders do. I'm guessing they won't come down pit road again. It was only about a lap. This race getting ready to get finished up. 24 laps to go. After this, don't miss the Race 22 Street Stock Series season opener tonight at Thompson Speedway. Should be a good time. The Street Stocks, I always love the Street Stocks. You know, I raced in that a few seasons ago and I had a good time, and good group of guys. So it should be a good, fun time to watch. Hope to see you there, but got to finish this race up first. It started out a little slow, but getting exciting here at the end with these cautions. Just think it's a little too hard to pass these guys behind Harry to do anything. They can totally prove me wrong. Don't know if they were saving tires that first run. And this top 7, all chase drivers, all red banners. Every point matters. Every position matters. It just announced tonight before the race that Champion's going to receive a t-shirt with their car and name on it, so they have a little something to fight for. And I think that may have upped the ante just a little bit. But all these guys are friends and respect each other a lot, so I don't think they're going to get too crazy for anything. With 23 laps to go and knowing how important it is to get by at the start of the run, I think we're not going to see any given, just taken here at the start. Oh, double file once again. Cars still out on track. Green flag is back out. Good start once again for Harry Grindell. Trent Sneed able to clear up top on Blake Giglio. Tries to block that bottom. Gonna get a draft help from his teammate up there in the lead. Slide job maybe into turn 3, not quite. He's gonna rip that bottom. Blake Giglio back to his outside, running that high line. Once again, draft help from the 70. Pays off to have teammates up there with you. And these two being side by side, that's going to allow Grindell to pull about a half a second lead. Now Blake Giglio able to clear the 81. Michael Christopher tags the wall a little bit on the exit. Blake's gonna have to push hard to get back up to that 70 machine. Gonna be trying to break the draft down the backstretch. High downforce, low horsepower package. That arrow means everything. Really trying to break that draft down the backstretch. He's trying everything he can to keep Blake Giglio behind him in the way. But Giglio not one to shy away from using the bumper at any track. I, for one, back in I think season 3 of this series, got the bumper from Blake at Charlotte, and he did it to get that win. He didn't care, and I'm sure he'd do it to anybody else. I was his teammate at the time. Now narrowing that gap down to 0.2 of a second. I think definitely heating those tires up a lot. Sneed now falling back to 5th. Maybe a little bit of tire saving, or just kind of caught in that freight train on the top, trying to run the bottom, and he's just getting ran over. Blake Giglio, I think he's to the bumper. You might see a move here in a second. And going way down to the bottom of the backstretch, breaking that draft. Every lap he tries it. And as the sun starts to set, the track's going to cool off. The car's going to drive a little bit different for these guys. These last 15 laps. Lap 76, 15 to go in this 90-lap event. Like Giglio still trying that bottom on Harry, but it's going to be real tough to get by him on the bottom. Harry can just hold that top line and not burn that right front off. It's going to be virtually impossible for the 16 to get by him unless something crazy happens. That time Quinn Newton, fastest on track by a mile. Those two, 22 and the 88, I think both making a time on the leaders. And if they get side by side, they could join this party. But Giglio down to the bottom. They're side by side off of turn 4. He's not able to clear the 70. That was very close. It was an early attempt at a slide job, but I don't think he's going to get too aggressive this early. .22 in the 88, still not able to make up time. Trenton Sneed. Like the car's coming back to him, he tries to get around the 88. Giglio now to the bottom again. Side by side down the front stretch. There's not much he can do on the bottom. Trenton Sneed able to get by the 88. Now almost 3 wide for third place. Blake Giglio side by side with Harry down the front stretch. This is the closest he's been all night. We might see. Here comes the slide job into turn 1. He's going to try to go up and clear him off turn 2. And he's able to do it. He is completely clear. Now the 70 with a big run down the backstretch. Giglio down to the bottom to block. The turn 3, still side by side. Giglio able to clear him for the moment. He'll move up, try to block once again. Giglio to the lead. 9 laps to go, now 8. So some late race heroics from the 16. But Harry Yardell not going to give up without a fight. Those two door to door through 1 and 2. But I think Harry now realizing and remembering how hard it was to pass and pass someone on the bottom, especially after all those laps, he's gonna have to concede that position for now, but he'll have another shot at it or two here. Just gonna have to make those runs count. And while those two were fighting, Trenton Sneed was able to cut the gap down to a second. And Sneed now joining the picture once again and pulling Michael Christopher with him. This could turn into a 5-car battle for the lead. Gonna ride on board with Trenton Sneed. But Kerry Grindello at the bottom of the 16 once again, side by side. It's just allowing the 81 to close that gap. Hard send for the 16 into the corner. He caught the apron. He's going to slide up on the exit. That's going to give both these guys an opportunity. Down the front stretch they go. 3-car battle for the lead. 70 to the bottom once again. A slide job gone wrong. Oh boy, he's stuck it on the bottom just barely. I thought the 16 was going to get sent up into the outside wall. So close here. The 81 to the bottom of the 70. I knew Trenton was just sitting back there saving his tires, and he was able to join and maybe even take this lead away. Able to clear the 70 down the front stretch. 4 laps to go. Apologies. 4 laps to go here at Homestead. 81 to the back bumper of the 16. He was about a second and a half back about 10 laps ago. And he's now knocking on the door of our leader in the 16. Big Leo's got to be sweating at this point. He saw how fast Sneed closed that gap. Now all Trenton's got to do is make it around Blake cleanly without burning his tires off first. Trenton looking for his first career win in the series other than the Clash to start the year. And obviously his first win of the season as well. And no better time to get a win than a chase race, but he's got to get around Blake first. 2 laps to go. You got to think, if he runs out of time here and he can't get by him cleanly, does he use the bumper? Blake already with 4 wins this season. Trenton in a good spot in the chase. I don't think he cares who it is. I think he's going to give that bumper for the win. Come through turns 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag now. The 81 with a good run down the front stretch. 16 goes down to block. 81 to the bottom. We're going to see a slide job here into turn 1. Here comes 81, 16. Final lap. Through turns 1 and 2 side by side. Trenton Sneed with a good run down the backstretch. Gonna try to get a slide job on the 16, side draft him a little bit down into turn 3. Trenton Sneed doors the 16. The 16's loose. The 81 on the bottom. They're side by side. The 70 goes for a move as well. At the line, Trenton Sneed with the win. What a finish! Wow. Could not ask for a better race. Trenton Sneed with those tires he saved in the great late race heroics, and he gets it done here at Homestead Miami Speedway. What a race. First win this season, first career win in the Cup Series. and he'll burn it down. So Trenton gonna do his victory lap. What an unbelievable finish. And I don't think, if you're Blake Giglio, I don't think you can even be mad at that. That's a great race there at the end. So the results on screen. Trent Sneed getting it done. Like, you know, 5 thousandths of a second was the difference at the line. And while Trenton's doing those burnouts, we'll take a quick look at that finish. So here they are coming to the white flag. Trenton makes the move to the bottom of the racetrack. And I think he was hoping to go for a slide job right here, but Blake kind of just pinched him down to the bottom, made sure he couldn't slide it. But that hurt Blake's run off the corner a lot, and it gave Trenton an opportunity to stay to the bottom of the racetrack into turn 3. And I think Trenton knew the only way to get around here was get him a little bump in the door panel. And that just upsets Blake's car just enough to give Trenton a run down the front stretch, and at the line, you'll see that's the difference. Wow. Unbelievable. Get Trenton in here for an interview. Trenton Sneed, it's Lucas in the booth. You got me, man.
I do!
Man, what a race. I saw you dropping back there when the green flag dropped, and I was like, I think he's saving his stuff. I think he's waiting for these guys to duke it out, and he'll drive back up there. And sure enough, about 8 laps to go, you were on a mission. You drove back up there to the front, and I don't know how you got it done. It was a great finish. How does it feel to be a winner, and how did you get it done there?
Spot on plan. I can't run the top, and I'm not a short run car. I'm better on the long run. That was straight from Wild Horse. Harry probably knows. You call it exactly. I backed off. I was like, they're gonna wear their shit out. Michael Christopher and Quinn going by on the outside. I just let them by, and whenever they kept running up there, I was like, man, they're just going to eat their tires alive. I'm going to be able to get around them. I didn't think I was going to be able to for a minute. Me and Quinn, we were going back and forth. I was like, man, I'm wasting too much time. But finally, I got around them, and I ran them down. Got by Harry, and then I know how Blake is. I'm just thinking, how in the hell am I going to get around Blake? And then he kind of, I don't know if he got loose or got tight, or if I just got a run. Coming off 2 or 4, I just took it. I just sent it, and thinking 3 and 4, unfortunately, I slid up and got him in the door, and I was like, damn it, that's not what I wanted to do at all. And it was just kind of, moving my wheel, trying to spin out and trying not to kill us both. And I don't know how close it was at the line. I was just too busy just foot to the floorboard and just praying.
0.005 of a second was the difference.
Jesus Christ. Blake, I'm sorry for dooring you. And Mike, Chris, I'm sorry for earlier in the race when I got loose. Or tire, I think I whacked him with my quarter panel. The bottom, she's kind of evil. She likes to get you loose. And I know I damn near killed Blake on that restart when I slid up. That wasn't intentional, I promise. And I tried to go back to the inside and let him get a run back up on the top. Just kind of my way of saying, hey, I didn't want to do that. Go back around me. I'll try it again.
Yeah.
God, I'm shaking.
You did everything you needed to do. It looked really tough to pass out there. And
hell, to quote Mark Martin, I said this, funnily enough, in a ARCA league at Homestead. I've never driven that hard before and won. I've driven that hard before and lost. And honest to God, I think I've drove even harder here than I did then, because then it was up against Beach, and it was up against Blake. I knew I wasn't going to get cut any slack. I had to give it my all. That kid's fast. He's faster than me 90% of the time. So is Harry. They're used to winning. Y'all are used to winning. I'm not.
Yeah, I think Blake's dirt knowledge, he kind of pinched you down to the bottom trying to stop the slide job, but I think all you had left in your cards there was to give him a little bump and run at Homestead on the quarter panel.
Hell, I didn't want to do that. I wanted, I want to keep it clean. I don't like racing like that.
Well, it's Blake. He'll survive.
I know, but I know he's probably pissed at me. And Blake, I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? He'll probably come back next week and get it, because we're at, I think, Martinsville next week. So.
Oh, God.
Short track guy. He'll probably have something for everybody.
Yeah, I'll be Denny Hamlin in
2021
there. Hey, Bowman had a quick car today. He led early. I was happy for that. I love me some Alex Bowman.
Oh, yeah. An awesome race today in real life. But I think this race was way better in real life. That was awesome. It was an awesome finish, man. All right.
Very cool. I'll give my shout outs here. Let you go do the street stock thing. My family, my mom, my sister, my dad, my uncle from Sneed Tombstone Game Farm, and most importantly, my little niece, Whitley. I said it during the 87s with Swiss, like hopefully she'd see me, get used to see me do podiums and maybe get one more. Hopefully this is the first one she saw. So Whitley, Uncle Bubba loves you. This one was for you, no doubt. Trean Technologies. Go TreunUSA.com, TREUNUSA.com. If you live in Alabama, you want access control, security, video surveillance, go to that website, get yourself a quote, tell them that Trenton sent you. I may get something out of it. I don't know. Just kind of prove them that I'm kind of a rolling billboard. Team Nesquik Racing. Nesquik Supremacy. English is hard. Nesquik. Hashtag Strawberry Supremacy. I'm going to go pop me open a bottle of strawberry milk after this. Beach was in chat. I got my Twitch fired up. Cheesecake_racing. I got my perspective streamed on that. Cliff, he was coaching me there, telling me to get out of my own head after I killed Michael. There, he was coaching me through that. Harold, the fast British one, he has been asked from the team chat there, but obviously he's part of the team, so shout out the Horny one out. Beach, he popped in during my stream. Wish he was here tonight. Race Willis, Lucky, Labor 12 drummer Randy Lee, he hasn't joined us in chat either. You for broadcasting. If there's anyone else I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. My brain's fried. I'm still shaking.
Well,
love y'all.
I appreciate it, man. Congrats on that win, and I think you're going to be a championship favorite with that. And good luck to you in the next 2 weeks, because you got a good shot here. So,
no, my goal doesn't change. I just want to get one win a season. I thought I used all my luck up at the Clash. I even said it during the broadcast. I probably used it all up there, but we had a little bit left in this number 81.
Yeah, go for that three-peat. Win the next two races.
Hell, won that or something.
Oh yeah. Well, congrats to you, man. We'll see you next week in Martinsville.
Yep. See you. Woo!
All right. So that was Trenton. Hey, I gotta say, nobody holds the viewers in for an interview like Trenton does. He's always a good time, and love having him around here. But P2 finisher tonight in that crazy finish. We got Blake Giglio. Bring him in here. Blake, it's Lucas. You got me?
Yeah, what going on?
What going on, man? You got second place in a crazy last lap race, 0.005 of a second short of that win. What did you see on that last lap? What was that race like for you?
Yeah, race was fun. Setup was good. It was pretty fun. Yeah, that last lap, I mean, we were racing tight there and just got into me a little bit and got us out of the way a little bit, but I think we all would have done it. I mean, I pinched him a little bit, so I mean, I would have done the same thing. So I can't really be too upset, but it was a good race. Just disappointed they lost it like that.
Yeah, it was definitely a heartbreaker out of turn 4. That's where you lost the lead. I mean, that's tough. You did everything you could, but you're going to be sitting decent in points, still a second place, but it's still a tough road ahead for you to get that championship, but not going to count you out yet. What are your thoughts going into Martinsville next week?
Yeah, it's Martinsville. I feel like I'm pretty good at Martinsville, so we'll see what happens, and hopefully we're in position to win again next week.
All right, well, I appreciate it, and you got any other words or shout-outs or anything like that?
Yeah, shout out for you, broadcast, CTC Racing, Low Drag U Sports, M9 Performance, Jake Swanson Shock Technology, Apex Auto Glass, everyone that's on there, and everyone does everything.
All right, well, congrats on that second place finish. We'll see you next week in Martinsville.
Yep, thanks.
Final interview tonight, Harry Grindell. Harry, it's Lucas. You got me?
Yeah, I've got you.
Well, you got third place tonight. You were battling for the lead all night, but you had your teammate Trenton come up through there with those tires he saved and just spoiled the party for both you and Blake. But you still had a good night. You still led a lot of laps. What was that race like for you, and what did you see there at the end?
Yeah, I mean the early game was tire conservation. I was trying to come through, use what I know about the lines that you got to run, try and save time, and it was working. I was a bit faster than Blake, but it was just not quite enough. And as much as I was putting pressure on him and making him go up to the high side and wear those tires out, it was just never quite enough. The pit stop gained. I wasn't expecting to short pit them. I came on 47. I wasn't expecting that to short pit anyone, but it did, and that kind of gave me a nice gap, about a 3-second gap. It was about 4.7, came down to 3, stabilized there. I thought, right, there's probably enough gap to where if he's going to catch me, he's going to wear out his tires doing it. And in another universe, I may have won that race if it stayed green, but not what the racing gods had planned for me tonight. Caution came out, so just tried to sort of hold face as much as I could. I knew I wasn't going to be able to save tires, and I was absolutely right once we got going. So it was just trying to hold off Blake as much as I can, hope nobody else catches, but then Trenton caught us. But once Trenton caught us, I realized, well, he's a teammate, and I've just fought Blake, tooth and nail. His tires are worn, so, I'll fall in behind Trenton and try and support him as much as I can. And then, yeah, coming off 4, they get together, they kind of get loose. I think, oh, can I stick my nose in, maybe get a cheeky spot, and ultimately no, but I'll tell you what, that finish was bloody close between them, so it was an absolute blast to be part of.
Yeah, it was, I think, one of the best finishes we've ever seen in this series, and definitely on the network, so it's a good night, and it was good seeing you up there in the lead again. Maybe you can get a win sometime in this chase, and still definitely in the points running for that championship, so what are your thoughts going into Martinsville next week with the, we had a bit of a lower car count, so maybe less yellows than typical Martinsville, but still going to be kind of interesting. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, my thought every time I go into Martinsville is just, oh no, because it's a messy track to begin with, and it's just not a track that I particularly enjoy driving. My driving style is far more sort of momentum based. Suits tracks like this, whereas Martinsville, is acceleration, brake. It's big sort of speed changes, just constantly one after the other, and that's not really my driving style. So it's going to be a case of trying to survive. I said to a couple of the Nesquik guys a couple of weeks ago, Martinsville's going to be a case of surviving that race alone may make or break a championship. So it's going to be a case of trying to survive. If you get into some messes, which you go into at Martinsville, try and do the best damage control, and ultimately try and keep a cool head, because that is going to be a big one at Martinsville. If you can keep your head cool, and keep yourself sort of calm and make good decisions, you'll stand a better chance than those who may get a bit flustered.
Yeah, absolutely. Martinsville, definitely a tough track. Half mile, one of our, I think maybe the only short track of the season. Definitely the shortest. So, yeah. It's gonna be tough for you guys, but good luck to you there. Got any other words or shout outs or anything for this race?
Yeah, obviously Team Kamikaze. Almost got them a win, not quite, but hey ho, we'll go to next week and the week after and see what we can do for them. To Sawyer and Centered Hosting, our sponsors, good run for them tonight. To yourself for hosting, broadcasting, Nesquik Racing, and yeah, I think that's everyone. I think I forgot to say "and" for the final one, so yeah, that's everyone.
Well, I appreciate it, man. We'll see you next week, and we'll look forward to seeing you the rest of the season. So, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
So that was a final interview with Harry. Always a good time. We've been talking to him a lot these past few weeks. He's had some good runs, but not able to get that win recently. He's had some rough luck, but still a good run for tonight, and awesome race there at the end. I still can't. With how tough it was to pass here, it was definitely awesome to see a great finish, and that's gonna be it for this week at Homestead. But catch me in about 10 minutes. We're gonna have the Race22.com Street Stock Series for Sidewinder Racing Leagues. It's gonna be at Thompson. It's gonna be their season opener, so make sure to stick around for that if you enjoyed this broadcast. But for now, for the CTC Cup Series, Week 12, I'm Lucas Hoitzma. Thanks for joining me. See you next week.